Okay. Today is June 22nd, 2020. I call the village board meeting to order. Where our new rookie fill-in clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Darnett?
Here.
Trustee Fichtner?
Here.
Trustee Frankie?
Here.
Trustee Listener?
Here.
Trustee Prochnow? Here. Trustee Schmidt?
Here.
Except for the pronunciation of all the names, you did pretty good, not bad. I mean, you didn't butcher them too bad, did she? I'm joking. You're fine. Good job, Jen. And she said, call her Jen, not Jen. I asked in advance, I was being polite and all that. Okay, with that complete, we need to do our Pledge of Allegiance. There's no invocation time. Everyone please rise. Flags to my right. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. As I said before, this is basically a one-item board meeting tonight. Time is somewhat of the essence, the reason for the special meeting being called tonight, or today, actually. Again, normally we dress much differently at a board meeting, but this is a nice warm morning, special meeting. We thought we'd be more comfortable today, so set that way. The item I want to talk today with the board about, and I know I've had some individual conversations, and, some ideas out and all that, is, as we all know, the coronavirus is starting to wind down a bit. And the governments are starting to open up more and more. Matter of fact, it's expected that this Friday, Governor Pritzker is going to move us into stage 4 or phase 4 of his 5-phase process. What that means is the business world is starting to open up dramatically more. And as most people know, we're home to the largest business park in North America. And we want to make sure we stay on the cutting edge, the front end of the business development ideas, new businesses, revamping businesses, moving businesses. We want to stay on the front edge of that. We want to make sure we're out leading the way as we always do. So with that happening, to the board, we all know that marketing is the key to success in any business in this world. We've all been business people ourselves. We all understand that. And we know the most important part of marketing is brand name identification. Brand name gets you out there, people recognize you, people think of you, so when they make a decision, you pop in their head as far as, yes, oh yeah, Elk Grove, I remember that town, let's look into that. And that's the key on that. Matter of fact, when we did our things in the past, it was John McDonough, who everyone in the world of sports knows is the marketing guru when it comes to sports marketing, called our original foray into marketing a genius move. That's from John's lips to my ears, and I never forgot that because it's quite a compliment for Elk Grove, come from someone that's so respected in his field as John is. And what I'm talking about, of course, was our initial Makers Won It Bahamas Bowl marketing plan we started a couple years ago. And it really hit unbelievable. It went viral. It got our town all over, not just America, but all over the world, which was great for us, and really brought Elk Grove's name in front of every business person probably that exists. And that was real important because that gave us our Makers Won It logo brand awareness that we were striving for. And a lot of people say, well, is that important? I said, yeah, that's important. And I said, but the beauty of our actually Makers Won It Bahamas Bowl was we actually were able to, which is very unusual, especially when you're looking for brand ID, we were able to put a direct connection from the Bahamas Bowl to Elk Grove. And that's the Love's Fueling Station. Remember, Chad came from Oklahoma City, announced that they're looking for a Midwest location for a new prototype gas station, and they picked Elk Grove. And we asked him, he came to our meeting several times, and he said the only reason he's in Elk Grove is because he saw the Makers Won It Bahamas Bowl. He's a college football fan, saw it, saw our commercials, looked it up online, started checking out Elk Grove, and said, hey, this is the place to be. And because of that, he's coming to Elk Grove. As I talked about the board meeting the other night, they'd be building today, if they got IDOT and the MWRD permits, they're ready to go. So our hope is they'll be getting them soon, they'll be building soon, they'll be operational soon. And remember, tax revenue from his location, it's a 20-year lease, is going to be millions and millions of dollars to this community. So we know firsthand, we know just from our business dealings that brand awareness works, and the Makers Won at Bahamas Bowl sure worked for us. So once again, it's our time to think. We had a great run with the Makers Won at Bahamas Bowl. We did a 2-year program with them. They were phenomenal, got us what we wanted. But now we're facing a new thing. We're coming out of the coronavirus. We got to start thinking again outside the box to make sure the world knows that Elk Grove is open for business. Elk Grove is the home of Makers Wanted. Elk Grove is the one that can make a business successful. And we got to do that again. And since we are home to the nation's largest business park in North America, with thousands of businesses making American-made products every single day, selling those products not only in America, but throughout the world. So out there competing throughout the world, selling products made here in Elk Grove Village, it makes all the sense that this time around, we decide we want to market with American-made athletes competing against the world. We make products sold throughout the world. We want athletes that compete throughout the world. So today I'm asking the board to consider and approving allowing this village to partner and try to hook up, actually we'll partner with one of the national governing body sports teams as they prepare and go to the Olympics. I'm asking today that we consider partnering with an American team that will be competing in the Olympics in Tokyo in 2021. Maggie? So again, Makers Won at Elk Grove Village want to be the proud sponsors of the American Dream. It's American Dream to own a business, American Dream to build a product, to sell a product, just like it's the American Dream for American athletes to win Olympic gold. Our businesses go for the gold medal every day when they sell their products and make their products. We want to partner with American athletes that are going to go for the gold when they compete in the Olympics. And we think this is an exciting opportunity for us. It has never been done before where a community has sponsored an Olympic national governing body team. And when I talk about national governing body teams, let me explain that for a brief second here. Every sport has its own governing body. So whether you're wrestling, basketball, swimming, track or field, judo, fencing, badminton, you have a national governing body that oversees your team. It helps put together funding for training, for getting coaches, for all the expenses involved for that team to compete, not only in America, but throughout the world. And those national governing body teams are the teams that will compete for America in the Olympics in 2021. And these teams can use help now. Everyone else has been hurt with the coronavirus, from businesses, but also sports teams. The sponsorship dollars are all set to run out this year when the Olympics were supposed to take place in 2020. They've got another year now that they have to train, compete, and prepare for the Olympics in 2021. They need help. They need sponsors. These are American-made athletes competing on American-made teams. And what a better partner than the home of American-made products, Elk Grove Village. So what I'm proposing we do is we start off putting out very shortly an RFP. An RFP is a request for proposal. And these RFPs will go out to every one of the sports marketing bodies. Everyone will get it. And what we say in there is we ask them to put together some kind of video presentation, some way to present why they should partner with us and why we should spend our sponsor dollars on them. So they're going to be competing against the other sports bodies to get our sponsorship and partner with us to help support them achieve their gold medal as we work with them to achieve our business's gold medals. The winning team will get $100,000 sponsorship from the village. And believe me, that is significant dollars for a lot of these teams. Significant dollars for these teams. So that's how we're going to put it together. We're going to put an RFP request out there. That RFP will detail exactly what kind of video they put together, what kind of partnership they'll have with Elk Grove, athletes coming out to visit. If it's a certain sport where they come out and host a camp for Elk Grove residents in that sport. where they help promote our community as Makers One at Elk Grove Village. It's a partnership, and they'll submit their video. And the videos are due by July 14th, a little over 3 weeks away. Then on July 16th, we'll be back here in the council chambers, and we will show all the videos from the competing sports bodies. And then a week later, on July 23rd, which is right about when the Olympics were supposed to start, we will announce the winning governing body that Makers One at Elk Grove will partner with as they prepare and be ready for the Olympics in 2021. It is definitely a unique idea. It is definitely that's needed, and it's definitely unique when you think about it. You're taking the nation's largest business park, or the nation's largest maker of products, made in America products, partnering with the finest athletes in the world, made in America, competing for America, and also going for the gold medal. So that is our proposal today. What I need, if the board, first I'll answer any questions they have, any ideas they have, and then what we would act on today is give permission to go ahead and have Forefront prepare the RFP, get that out next day or two to the bodies, and allow them to get working on this whole production. They'll also put together our marketing. In this, every year we do commercials. We got another set starting after Labor Day up to Election Day. So we've been promoting Makers One It, and we're going to continue to do that. So there'll be commercials made talking about our partnership. There'll be airtime bought in this whole package when it's complete, airtime bought on TV, and we will find ways to market this whole Makers One and Sponsor American Dream. This will be marketed throughout the world, highlighting Elk Grove Village and its uniqueness, willing to help the American dream of athletes as we help the American dream of our manufacturers. So that's kind of what we're doing. But again, today it'll be $100,000 will be awarded to the winning team. I know we did $300,000 to get the Bahamas Bowl. This is a little less expensive, but I think it's a great thing to help American-made athletes, especially in these unique times. So any questions from trustees before we get moving? Trustee Frankie?
I don't have a question, but I'd just like to clarify that this is not just come up right now where we're being told and we're voting on it. This has been something that's been in discussion for weeks. We've had things that we've questioned and needed to get answers on, and we've kicked other things around to come up with a solid decision. So I just want the people out there to realize this isn't just popped up and we're saying, yes, this is something we've discussed for weeks, and I think we're all on board for it. That's all.
Trustee Feichter?
Mayor Johnson, what is the timeline for this?
Well, the timeline is, if we approve all this, then the RFP and the contracts will be finalized. We'll make formal approval on July 7th, but they would go ahead and get started under the guise of the guidelines we discussed today. They would go ahead and get started putting this out so we can meet the time frame coming up and meet the time from that. But the formal contract, the finalization will be done on July 7th, but with board's approval today, approving the contract and all the rest, we can go ahead and get started on that. And the $100,000 amount for the winning team.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else? Questions? If not, then I need a motion.
So move.
Okay, let me read the motion if I can. Authorize staff to negotiate and execute, subject to final ratification of the Board of Trustees at July 7th board meeting. And marketing agreement with professional services PCG SDMH Holdings LLC, doing business as Forefront, to be paid for from the Bussey Elmers Road TIF fund. And that's an important prospect of this. This will not come out of our general tax fund. So property taxes, sales tax, none of that will be paying for that, the general fund. This is out of the TIF fund that's established for the area. TIF funds can be utilized for marketing the business park. We paid for the Bahamas Bowl completely out of the TIF fund that was established there. The same thing will happen with this program. It'll be paid for out of the TIF fund. So our normal general fund, which property tax is part of, TIF is a separate property tax fund, will not be paying this cost here. This is out of the TIF fund, and that's what a TIF fund is for. Public improvements in a business park area, whether it's road improvements, sewer improvements, marketing improvements, as we saw what happened with Love's, is beneficial to make the TIF district stronger and better. So this will be totally paid for that. So if I can go again, can I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Zarnik.
Second.
Second from trustee Feichter. Jen, will you please call the roll?
Yes. Trustee Feichter?
Yes.
Trustee Frankie?
Aye.
Trustee Listener?
Aye.
Trustee Prochnow?
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt?
Aye.
Trustee Zarnik?
Aye.
We do have a unanimous vote, 6-0. With that vote, Elk Grove Village Makers Won It will now move forward. We look forward to the upcoming competition from the finest teams with the finest athletes to see who ultimately will be the choice. And we're very excited about this. Again, this is Elk Grove leading the forefront of making sure we stay in the forefront. And this will make us achieve that goal. So, goal and gold. So, with that said, I need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
A motion by trustee Frankie, second by trustee Feichter. Jen, will you call the roll, please?
Trustee Zarnik?
Aye.
Trustee Feichter?
Yes.
Trustee Frankie?
Aye.
Trustee Listener?
Aye.
Trustee Prochnow?
Aye.
And Trustee Schmidt?
Aye.
Motion adjourned past 6-0. Folks, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of summer. We'll see you on July 7th. Meeting adjourned.